Right, hello everyone, and welcome to the first part of this Line Goes Up Simulator, or Number Goes Up Simulator 2022. Yes, Victoria Free is finally here. Insert the thing I always say when a new game I've been hyped for is released. I've been looking forward to this in the style of Count Dooku. I noticed recently I've stopped saying it like him and I've just started referencing the fact that I always say it. Right, let's jump in and let's start a new game that's been released. I did have some thoughts for what we're going to do, and we're not going to do the tutorial. We're just going to jump into a basic sandbox game, play without an objective, and go to the country selection. We're going to do that because I've been thinking about this for weeks, who I'm going to play as. And I think we're going to play as Belgium. Now, my reasoning for this is... Oh, we'll take a look at this. Oh, I did not know you could do that. Look at this, we've learned new things already. WSD2. Zoom in. So if you zoom in... Oh, very nice. We'll look at this map in greater detail soon. But yes, Belgium. The reason I wanted to do this is because I wanted to start off as a European nation with slightly better technology, with slight leg up to give us a little helping start for our first playthrough, be a wee bit simpler. And that's another reason I didn't want to start off as a big nation like France or Britain, because things are now going to get a lot more complicated. This is our first playthrough, we'll have a huge economy we need to balance. So I wanted someone small at the same time. So we've got a technological slight leg up being a European nation in this time zone. And we have a very simple economy to start off with. And that is, well, we've got quite a few options in Britain for that. I foresee a lot of nations disappearing here. The only real stable ones that I imagine lasting a while, fingers crossed, are these two here. Now, the main problem we're going to have as Belgium is we're going to need to get ourselves a senpai. Either we're going to need to cozy up to France, Britain, Austria, Russia. We're going to need to cozy up to someone big and friendly, because the Netherlands, I can't even talk, I'm that excited, are going to be coming for our blood probably. At this time, Belgium recently split from the Netherlands and took the vast majority of the nation's industrial efforts had been down in Belgium, so the Netherlands is extremely pissed at their split, and Belgium took the best stuff in the divorce settlement. So, yes. So we start off the game with a very angry Netherlands. We could try and see if we could take it on our own, but again, this game has just been released, so who knows what could happen. Right, let's jump in and take a look at the game rules. Let's enable Iron Man. Achievements allowed. AI behavior will be standard. Harsh. Lenient. We'll just leave it on standard. Standard aggression. Formable nations. Allow implausible or fantasy, so we'll allow all. Historically plausible, or all. Just all. All! We want the silly things to happen. We want the world to go cuckoo. Right, reasonable nations. Allow implausible and fantasy-esque nations to be released. Oh, as I said, we want cuckoo stuff. Monuments may produce a variety of different effects depending on its nature, and some employ pops to do so. Enable monuments, yes. Enable everything. Flags for subject. Allow flag changes. We'll just leave everything as default. Yeah. Allow map color to change. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Apply all those rules. Click on Belgium. In Belgium, the Industrial Revolution is in full swing. The yoke of the Dutch oppression was cast aside just 6 years ago, and the country is bounding ahead of their former masters with the construction of the first railroad in Central Europe. Choo-choos! Definitely a good reason to go Belgium. We're a minor power. I'll finish reading this before we go look at the other stuff, because I've got halfway through it. What does the future hold for them? Wars, we do not start a war. Active diplomatic plays, we don't start with diplomatic plays. Diplomatic, we start off with a rivalry with the Netherlands. We start off with a trade agreement with Britain. I'm foreseeing a certain Britain being our senpai. We start off with a truce with the Netherlands that lasts till the 1st of August 1836. So our plan to survive has got to be in place by then, otherwise they're going to come knocking on the door. We start off with the 2 states. This one has a buff. Bjorn's cornfield gives 10% buff to our coal mines. And we start with Flanders as well. Right, scrolling up, we can see we start off as the 16th most powerful nation in the world. We start off with 10 battalions, which is the 79th most powerful army in the world. So there's a bit of a difference there. We start off with 0 navy. We start off with a GDP of 6.02 million, which is the 18th worldwide, but 14th worldwide per capita, which is quite good. Population of 4.07 million. Arable land is at 198. That's basically how much farms you can have. Literacy, that's actually quite good literacy. That's 45% of our nation can read and write. We start off as a constitutional monarchy. We start off Catholic. We start off with those 2 there, and we start off with an impoverished standard of living of 11.9. So, let's say we see our lower strata starts off impoverished, the middle strata starts off secure, and upper strata starts off prosperous. Okay, there is no minimum expected. I'm guessing that's because the game is about to start. Let's hit start then. Belgium Iron Man, start Iron Man. Victoria 3, Belgium, here we are. So let's zoom in. We start off with choo-choos! Look at it go! One of the things I really love about this game is the visual progression on the campaign map. I don't know if some of your long-time followers of me, if there's any of you out there, well, no, visual progression is a big thing for me. I don't know what it is. Like, see if we zoomed out and we played this game just on a map like this. Like, I get bored pretty easy. I don't know what it is, but just having this simple ability to zoom in and look and see my choo-choos, where if we look over our friends over here, friends, they don't have choo-choos. But as the game progresses, they may end up building choo-choos. And choo-choos are our friends. Choo-choos are our powerful thing in Victoria. As you can imagine, they were a big thing for the age. So yes, they will eventually build some choo-choos, and they will start appearing on the map in the areas they build choo-choos. And the same with the cities. As you build new buildings, as the population grows, it will expand on the map. Going back to the choo-choos, one of the things that I think is really cool as well in the visual side of things, when you've got like an area that has a lot of coal mines, like say I've got a lot of coal mines here, and I've got factories that use coal down here, you often see the trains carrying coal down like so. And you'll see coal just going off in everywhere from this area just because it's got abundance of coal, if that's where the coal mines are kind of thing. So yes, very nice. Oh, I did not mean to hit that hotkey. So you can see here, here's our 2 areas we start with. So we do start off really small. There is next to no population down here, and there is a big population up here because we've got a nice big city, so we can see that at a glance. Alright, let's see, no active research. What is the first things we're going to do? This is the first time I've been let loose on this game, so I'm kind of like wanting to go in and take a look and a nosy at everything. I'm really quite excited if you can't tell. Okay, so before we unpause, we should get a state of get a good idea of what our nation is like. So we've got unproductive trade routes, expensive government goods, unused construction production. Now, we could probably solve these 2 things in one blow by building another building that produces those government goods. The unproductive trade routes we'll need to take a look at. In fact, we need to take a look at our economy and our budget and everything as is. I'm excited And I'm talking lots. So we're starting off here with a good monthly balance, but as we start building buildings, that's probably going to go down drastically. Unlike most games, this game doesn't see money as such a... like something you just stockpile indefinitely. It sees it more as your weekly balance. So as you see here, well, I don't know if it's week or monthly or whatever, but at the moment, whatever it is, whatever the tick is, we're 11.6 thousand. And you can see we've got 630 gold reserves, and we have investment pools, income, like there's our income and our expenses, and we can see here as if we go into the negative, we'll start eating into our gold reserves, and eventually we'll max that out. And also, we will be able to go into debt, and it's not a big, huge problem as long as we have a rich nation. If we've got a lot of very profitable factories, we'll be able to go to those factories and say, give us a loan, give us a loan. And our upper population will love that, and their standard of living will skyrocket because we'll be paying them interest and stuff like that. So it is actually a good thing to do in some situations, to go into a wee bit debt just to get that wee bit more money going to your people. But again, it's the upper strata, so we don't really care much about them. We should get playing. I'm just rambling on about all the little things about this game that have got me excited, but we need to actually start playing. So let's see. Let's take a look at our buildings. So we can see we've got a couple of food industries, textile mills, tooling workshops, paper mills. So this is our urban, rural development, construction. So we've got construction reports. Oh, there's so much stuff. This game is good. So many levers you can pull on, and so many levers that affect other things. Okay, so we can see here we've got a fish and wood resources here, natural resources we can exploit. Whereas down here we've got lots of mines we can exploit. We've got coal mines, iron mines, lead mines, logging camps. I may need to take a pause soon. I've been talking and an excited voice for that long. My throat's starting to get a wee bit itchy. But yes, okay. Let's take a look at this and see what the expensive government good is. Paper. Paper is expensive. So this is going to be... Now, does it tell us how expensive it is? You see its applications. It's used in academies, it's used in government administrations, used in universities and skyscrapers. I doubt we've got any skyscrapers, and we see we do have a couple of paper mills. Let's see, where are our paper mills? We've got one here. So let's take a look at it. We could build a new paper mill. We can see it is making a good amount of money. It's got a good amount of cash reserves. That's what we borrow against if we do go into debt. Ownership. So we can see here, we are currently doing sulfite paper. We do not have the resources or the technology to go down to the next level. So we can't do that to increase our paper production. And again, we do not have the requirements to increase our production that way. And this isn't going to increase. So the only way we're going to be able to increase our paper production, which will lower our paper costs, which will lower our expenses, because we're having to buy paper for our admin buildings, our why can I not say bureaucracy? My tongue stopped wanting to work. But that B word that everyone hates. Basically, if you didn't stamp that right, it's going to have to get redone. That bureaucracy. There, I nearly got it there. So yes, there are bureaucrats. I said that one right. They use a lot of paper. So that's... And we pay for the paper. So getting another one of these will hopefully make this good, not as expensive. So there we go. It's going to take 30 weeks to build. And we can see a little hammer spawned there, so that's kind of good. Alright, can we see, is there a construction tab? Construction tab, here we are. We can see we have 2 construction sectors. Where are they? So trade center, texture mills, government aid, food industries, universities, and paper mills. It's not there, it's in our lower state. Chemical plants, steel mills, tools, government. Where's the agriculture development? Ah, wait a minute, is it here? Construction center. Oh no, it's conscription center, not construction. There we go, we've got 1 there. And 1 there. So you know what, let's build. Oh, that's a logging camp. Build another 1 in each. How is our infrastructure actually? Using 51 out of 64 infrastructure. So we're fine for now. Because our infrastructure, if that goes higher, if bad number goes higher than good number, that means our market access will start to decrease, and so the buildings here won't be able to access our market. So that is really bad, because all the mines we're going to have down here won't be able to sell it to the factories we have up here, and any factories we have down here won't be able to access like resources elsewhere, and that's, yeah, just bad news bearers all round. So we're going to want to make sure we keep the good number higher than the bad number. Oh, and here we got plenty of infrastructure. And that is why choo-choos, we talked about earlier, choo-choos are so important. So important, because the best way, well, one of the best ways to get more infrastructure is choo-choos. And the only other way that I know of, because I'm a scrubby noob, this game has just been released, is ports. So that's probably why we've got such a good infrastructure up here compared to here. It's because we've got both ports and choo-choos. So yes, I just kind of want to unpause just to see the choo-choos move. But right, so that's as a that, and hopefully that will solve itself. Right, unproductive trade routes. Let's take a look at our trade routes now. So we are importing fertilizer produced in chemical plants and livestock ranches. So are we even using fertilizer right now? Is there a way for us to check? Let's see, fertilizer, we've got it here. In the Belgian market. Consumption tax, and import route. So we're selling them for 7.5, but what are we importing them for? Applications, here we are. So it's used in chemical plant. No, wait, this can be produced by and can be used by rye farms, wheat farms, rice farms. Are we actually using it? We have 2 wheat farms. Wait, no, I don't want to. No. Me no one build. Me no one build wheat farms, actually. Me maybe want to build wheat farms. But me no know if me want to build wheat farms. Right, buildings, let's find our wheat farms. We've got a chemical plant. We've got our own chemical plants. Why are we importing it then? Our own chemical plants are not making money. Why are our own chemical plants not making money? Can we view them? How do we get more info? Expand. Goods produced, fertilizer and explosive, goods consumption, increased employment, urbanization, infrastructure usage. Alright, anyway, fertilizer, let's get rid of this. Boom, we're not going to be importing anymore. Fertilizer. Okay, alright, let's let that go up there, go to the details screen. Furniture market, luxury food. Ooh, food. That's a luxury good. We have 2 furnitures. Then so why are we importing it? We're losing money on it. Let's wrong one. Let's stop importing that as well. Right. Oh my word, there's so many things we need to go through. Let's see our politics. There we go. We got liberty of sex, blah blah blah. Guffa. There's a moderate. All our stuff. We've got all the politics we're going to need to. So there's who's in our government right now. Is the Free Trade Party, which has the petite bourgeoisie, and the intelligentsia. And we've got the Catholic Party, which includes the Catholic Church, the armed forces, and the landowners. And then we've got the Radical Party, which has the industrialists and the rural folk. Which the industrialists have 30% clout. So reforming our government to include these guys might be a good idea. If we can add the Radical Party. Oh yeah, look at that. Our legitimacy goes through the roof. Yeah, we're definitely going to add these guys. What happens if we kick the petite bourgeoisie out? Oh, look at that. We can leave the intelligentsia in. So there we go. That's through the roof. We are going to accumulate 4,600 radicals. We don't have any at the moment. But this legitimacy, look at that. Look at that. That legitimacy, 100% from 44. That is going to make things so much easier. And it should give us more authority and all sorts. So let's confirm that. Boom. Goodbye to the petite bourgeoisie. Right. Happy days. Right, let's take a look at our government. Oh my word, there's so much stuff we want to do. Hey, so... research, then we can start time advancing. We'll start time advancing. We will advance time this part. But let's take a look. So we've got production, military, and society. Which we can zoom out and we can see these different coloured tiers. So it's like kind of like age 1, 2, 3, 4, techs, and so on. And doing one before its time will have penalties. So we do start off with central banking and all this stuff. Oh. Production, distillation, crystal glass, canneries, nitroglycerin, I'm tongue-tied over everything today. And I noticed there is logistics, battalions, field works, army defense plus 10%, shell guns, unlock smooth bores for arms industries, production method, leads to breech loading artillery technology. Rifling unlocks rifles for arm industries, production methods, and leads to repeaters technology. Yeah, there is so much technology to get here. Hydraulic cranes, 1 to the max port level. Ironclad, so much technology. Where's choo-choos? Do choo-choos come under society? Or do they come under production? Ah, choo-choos come under production. Okay. Steel railway cars. I'm thinking we probably should go for something military. We've already got Napoleonic, which allows us to have line infantry and artillery. Triage. What would allow us... is it rifling? Rifles. Small arms, 35 mm. Shell gun. What is it that allows us... there's line infantry, artillery. Or acquires... okay, unlocks mobile artillery from barracks. What unlocks general staff? Skirmish infantry, there we go. Skirmish infantry's there. We've already got general staff. Okay, that's good. That is good. I think then... think we should go after fieldworks as our first research. And we are going to start researching every research that a neighbour has. There's what's tech spread kind of thing. So Britain, say, has logistics and we don't, and we're near them. So we will slowly start getting tech spread towards logistics. It's just, this is what our focus is. This is what we're telling our scientists to research right now, is fieldworks. And the reason I think we're going after that is because we're going to have those very angry neighbours to the north to deal with some point sooner or later. And maybe we could even conquer them, and that would be great. Right. Let's let time advance then, shall we? And let's take a look at the choo-choos. Choo-choos! Look at them! Look at them go! Time is advancing. Oh, look at this. We've got export fertilizer route cancelled. Industrializing. Rivalry declared. That's nothing to do with me. So we've got Luxembourg here, which is its own state. Okay, good. Oh, what was that? I heard something snap that sounded important. Expensive government goods. So iron's also becoming expensive and tools are becoming expensive. Okay. We'll see if we can fix that. Iron is an expensive, is a government good because when you've got construction on, and I think tools it's the same. So you're having to buy tools and iron when you're building buildings. But considering we're still in the positive and we're building buildings, that's kind of good. Okay. So we'll let time keep going on speed 1. And we can just keep on moving through stuff. Let's see our budget. We're doing fine for now. Could add a consumption tax to get even more money. Like liquor, we could add a consumption tax too, but again, we're making good money. We're not going to add any consumption tax right now. So we're building. What other stuff do we need to do? We did our technology. Diplomacy, yes. We have some bureaucracy left over. I said the word, I think. I think I said it right. And so we've got authority and influence. So let's say come to big senpai Britain. So scroll out, come to here. Let's go to diplomacy. Actually, information, let's see. They're protective towards us. Cordial relations. Okay, that is good. That is very good. Interactions. Should we start... Alright. Defensive pact. Base reluctance is negative 100. We are neighbours, plus 10. British army projection compared to ours is negative 3. Similar ideological governments, plus 3. British attitude towards us is protective. British rank of great power compared to our rank of minor power, negative 10. So, if we become a bit stronger, they will form a defensive pact with us, which they'll protect us, which will be great. And that will be great. Or we could join their customs union, which basically merges our market and their market, with them being the dominant parent in this sort of deal, which does mean we'll lose a lot of our control over our market, but does mean we can then really specialize on something. Like say we want to be make lots and lots of luxury furniture. We want to specialize in that because we've got a lot of wood, say, and we've got a lot of other resources that are good for that. We could then specialize and then ship it, and we'd have their full market to sell to. So there is times that we'd really want that. Ask to become protectorate. No, I think we're just going to improve relations. And then just hope that this gets even better than it already is. We can see why they feel this way towards us, which is good. So we got Britain Senpai. And so if a certain bugger over here decides it's fighting time, hopefully Britain will come and step in and be saying, we do not think so. Right. just take a look at our market. Goods with considerable import demand. Goods with considerable potential for export. You see, why were we importing fertilizer? But here, grain is expensive, it's telling us. It's telling us these are the ones we really need to worry about. So steel, basic furniture, grain, and tools. If we come down here, we can see steel is 2% more expensive, so I'm not too worried about... Oh, that's iron. Steel. Yeah, so iron, probably. Liquor, 7% more expensive than normal. Sulfur is bang on. Sugar is really cheap. So if we could find a way to sell more sugar, that'd be great. I don't know why sugar is not appearing goods with considerable there. Explosive, 0. Luxury clothes is extortionate. My upper strata are going to be having a hissy fit about that. Dye is spot on. Engine spot on. Clipper spot on. Tools is expensive. So yes, that is going to need to be sorted. We can come in, we can see here. We can see fertilizer, balance for fertilizer. Market price, we can sort. So what even is that? Porcelain, there's a demand for porcelain. Market price was 74.79. So iron is really expensive. We need to do something about that. Iron, paper, tools, really expensive. So we're already doing something about paper. Actually, let's do it on this level. Let's take a look. We're going to stack our buildings beside each other because they get a buff when you build them beside each other. So down here, we're going to want to build another iron mine. And also, furniture was expensive too, but tools was really expensive. So where's our tool factories? There's our tool factories. Do we have any here? We do not have any here. So let's build our tool factories here too. Now we've built a few things here, so we're going to need to be careful of our industry. Take a look. Our GDP has went up slightly since when we started. GDP per capita is now 6 in the whole world, and our GDP is 17. I'm pretty sure we've went up in both. Our literacy is doing good. The Belgian monthly market, we can see fabric stayed roughly the same. What no fabric? It's telling us our prices. What's this? Insufficient agriculture. Ooh, we got ourselves a little pop-up. Now let's pause before it automatically chooses this one. Oh, 89 days, I'm pretty sure we can let that go. Right, the industrialists have started complaining about the existence of subsistence farms in Wallonia, stating that they are undeniable, inefficient, and should be immediately addressed. I agree. So, again, the subsistence farms, that's basically when pops don't have a job, they just start farming the available land. And so it's basically pointless. It's much more efficient to build like a plantation doing those things instead. So a lot of places start off as that as their main thing, but because we're semi-industrialized, that is sort of like half a thing for us. So they're complaining that we should follow their advice. Wallonia gets discouraged subsistence farms for 5 years, plus 25% migration attraction. The upper strata have become more radical. They serve our puppets. This allows subsistence farming for 10 years. Approval group. I agree with them, but I do not like how many days we got left to decide this. I don't see. I will agree with them. Does it say show our unused arable land, livestock, inscription center? Does it show subsistence farms? Right, anyway. Wheat was expensive, wasn't it? And I don't think we've got any meat production So we could add a livestock ranch here too. And that will probably lower the price of wheat from the simple fact that it will give them another food source. And we've got fish there. We've got livestock ranches there, so yeah. Okay. We'll build another wheat farm there. Right, let's put things up to speed 3. And let's take a look at our politics. Let's see what we want to do. Per capita taxation. So that's good that we don't start on the land base. Per capita taxation, consumption based taxation. Oh, per capita is probably a good place to be for now. Especially because I don't know what we're doing, I just know it's not the bad one. Right. There is no call to enact any of these laws. Let's take a look. Religious schools, let's see. Private or public schools, there is a 17.7% endorsement, 15.4% opposition, and 66.8%. Yeah, but private schools is a lot more force. It would be easier to pass. But that's only going to make our upper strata and our middle strata get better education. I want everyone to get better education. 15% chance every 180 days. It's not bad. But there is an opposition against it as well. The intelligentsia. The Catholic Church like their... this one here. The opposition public schools. The Catholic Church are opposed to it, the intelligentsia are for it. What other laws could we look at? Oh, you know what we should be looking at actually? Our military. Economy, human rights, power structure. Where is our army laws? Army model. Okay, it doesn't look like we can change it. National militia. Professional army. Would have been a nice idea. But no one is endorsing that at the moment, so that is not going to be a thing. Internal security. Slavery is banned. We've got a monarchy. Wealth voting. There's a lot of cry to change to universal suffrage. And who's that going to piss off? It's going to piss off the landowners, but it's going to make the trade unions happy, it's going to make the industrialists happy, and it's going to make the intelligentsia happy. So let's enact universal suffrage in 1936. In 1836! That's quite good. Oh, we got another, what's this? Rising concerns in Flanders. Right, the landowners have expressed their concerns about the government decision clearly favouring the interests of the industrialists. This needs to be addressed, or they need to accept that we cannot always please everyone. Yep. Piss off the landowners. Good. Right. Let's keep time advancing. Standard of living increased to 12 in Wallonia. Brilliant. That's probably because we're building new places for people to work. Ooh, massive lag spike. Got a heart attack there. I thought the game had crashed. Yeah. But that'll probably be because we're building places for people to work, and then people are moving from the subsistence farms, which give them just enough to survive, to the jobs we're providing, which will provide them much better wages, and they'll be able to buy better stuff. So the Belgian market, we can see artillery, small arms, and luxury furniture changes in our market. Right. Let's take a look at our buildings. I want to... Actually, we'll take a look at them here. Let's take a look. Oh, where's our... There, our barracks. So you can see at the moment, we are doing line infantry. We would need to start producing ammunition. if we want to go to skirmish, but skirmish infantry are a lot more powerful than line infantry, which are a lot more powerful than the regular infantry. Trench, squad, mechanized infantry. So that would be good, and that'd give us a good leg up over these guys, because I'm pretty sure they start off with line infantry as well. And then we've got mobile artillery already enabled here. Okay, good. And reconnaissance. We just have bicycles. We do not have any of the means to get any of this, and we've got no means of any of this too. But getting to skirmish would be a good idea, but we need to start producing ammunition for them. Okay. What does ammunition require? So we come into here and we take a look. Or is it this here we need to look at? So moment, we're manufacturing muskets, ammunition there, that's not part of that. That's not part of that. I think it's his own building. Which we're going to need to take a look at this because it's not happy at the moment. They're downsizing. They're losing money if their cash reserves are going down. Let's take a look here. Power plants, arts, tooling, shipyards, glasswork, war, machine industries. Munition plants, there, that's what we need. Construction, market, 67 infrastructure, available labour, 3, 5, 6 peasants. But how much peasants will it use? So let's add a munitions factory. Now we can click on it. We can see the production methods there, privately owned. So once that's done, we'll then see if we can upgrade to skirmish infantry. Right. 42% chance each tick will, each time this goes off, 33 days to the next checkpoint. And that's one of the things, we've got 100% legitimacy right now, so these ticks will be going really fast. Because how long it takes for a tick is basically your legitimacy. And we've got 42% chance each time it ticks for it to pass. There's an election! The election results are in, the votes. 74%, 0.5% for the Catholic Party. Okay, oh. Oh. Free government reform. So we can now see our legitimacy is only 95%. The Radical Party got some votes. Oh, and the intelligentsia, rural folk, and industrialists are all now part of this. And these guys all formed into one, too. Okay. So we can see 14, 11, okay, 9.7, 23. There's one marginalised group. The trade union. Oh, nobody cares about the trade union. So we could reform to the Catholic Church Armed Forces. I wish we could get the Armed Forces out of this and into here, because we do want the Armed Forces to be happy. I think we've got enough legitimacy for now. We're passing the laws I want for now, so let's get rid of that. Okay, insufficient taxation capacity. Ooh, that is not good. That means we're losing out on income. Let's let time advance. And why is there insufficient taxation capacity in Wallonia? GDP is 49% of our GDP. Belgium's got 100% access. Taxation capacity is 165 out of 165. So even though we've got plenty of bureaucracy, it's not a bureaucracy problem, it's a taxation capacity problem. Which we're using 244 out of 244, so it's going to be a problem in both places. We've got 2 active, 1 queued construction. Oh, what have we got here? The Belgian Constitution! The radical government has drafted a new constitution that guarantees universal suffrage. Albeit Albert Barbenson and his supporters are demanding that the law constitution be immediately signed into law. Right, Belgium enables universal suffrage law in distribution of power initiative. Intelligentsia gets a radical constitution for 2 years. Trust in the legal process. Gets 20% to enactment time, 15% to its enactment. We're going to let it go legally. Boom. Which means we're now at 53% time. So let's go to buildings now again, and let's go our urban centres. That's not what we're looking for. Government. Let's take a look. Right. So at the moment we've got standard filing system. Okay. And we've got professional bureaucrats. And we have currently administrative clergy. If we change to the secular, we'd get 250 more bureaucrats in total, and we'd lose clergymen. Well, what's the difference? We'd lose out slightly on money. And it gives more to the intelligentsia, whereas these guys give more to the Catholic Church, etc. I think we're going to want secular. We'll change it to secular. But we've got no way to increase it here, so again we're going to need to increase the building, which will cost us more money because this is a building that's completely funded by us. And our money number is going down. But as I said, that's not a problem because we've got plenty of gold in the bank. Gold reserves, so that is fine. And we can always stop building, and that'll sort things out. And we're trying to make these government buildings resources cheaper. So that is good. Right. We could always up taxes and add a consumption tax as well. Let's tax the rich. What do the rich really like? Luxury clothes. We'd get 999 for luxury clothes. Wine would get even more. And this is going to cost us 100 a 40. We've got 517 a 40, so we've got plenty right now. Who buys the wine? It's a consumption tax. Good services. Grain. Oh, always tax the grain. Fruit, coal, porcelain, sugar. Is there a way for me to view who buys the wine? If we come to our... Right. Let's go to our population. Peasants, labourers, clerks, political strength. You can see all sorts here. The Catholics, Protestant, Jewish, the middle strata, impoverished. So we're not going to want to get something that these guys like to buy. Is there a way to view stuff that these guys like to buy? And these guys are prosperous, so I don't mind taxing them. Let's take a look at our peasants. Does it tell us the things that they like to buy? Standard of living is on the rise. Ah, pop needs. Right. I do not see wine, but I do see liquor. So that is a pro for the wine. Let's go to the upper strata. I'm guessing these guys. If we let that come on over. Where was I getting it? Wine is there. Wine is roughly 9.6 of the money they spend. So yes, let's come in and let's go to our budget. Let's add a consumption tax for wine. And that'll help out a wee bit, because that's given us an extra 1.38 thousand every so often, so that will slow down things a wee bit. So you can see switched construction sector to wooden buildings, switch entire steel frame buildings, and we can pause all on this. You see we're spending 18.8 thousand on construction. So that is not bad. Considering we're only negative 3.73 thousand, if we stopped constructing at any point, we're like raking in the Wonga. So we see our reserves, our principal investment pool, declare bankruptcy, but we're not done to do. Remaining credit 1.99 million. So that's our credit before our gold reserves, I think. Right? Country's weekly budget is surplus accumulated gold reserves and then about. Okay, no, so our surplus. Okay, so that's our gold reserves. And remaining credit, that's what we can borrow against. I'm with it now. So this gold bar, you can see here, that's slowly going down. That's our gold reserves of 709,000 gold reserves. Oh, we passed our suffrage! And then we can borrow up to 1.99 million against our stuff before we need bankruptcy and stuff. So now we have universal suffrage, which political strength from votes, legitimacy, unlocks women's suffrage, and all these lovely things. So what's this? The intelligentsia, under the leadership of Pierre Cooperative, has ushered in a new era of liberal policies that promises a freer society where all citizens have part in a political process. Okay, let's what's this going to do for us? Okay, let's I'll try and duck actually. I'm in the way, I'll let you see that. Gains liberal 5 years. Okay, I don't need to duck for that one. We follow the trend. Freedom of trade, freedom of thought. Freedom of thought would be a good one to get. We'll do the fearless visionary because I'm pretty sure intelligentsia is the main part of our radical party. So this guy getting some extra happiness would be great. But the one thing we need to keep an eye on though is our radicals are going up. The armed forces, the Catholic Church, intelligentsia, industrialists, landowners, rural folk are actually all a wee bit disapproving. That's not good. Right, so we're needing tax capacity in both now. So once that building there finishes, hopefully we're going to need a government. So let's change over to get more bureaucrats, and we will increase its size. Ah, so we can see more stuff here. So the clerks are impoverished as well, and the bureaucrats are secure, so that'll be creating more jobs with better wages, which is going to cost me more, but it should increase my standard of living. Okay. We've not seen the choo-choos in a while. Where's my choo-choos? Where's my choo-choos? I don't see no choo... There's the choo-choos. I see the choo-choos. It was hiding behind... It was hiding behind that. Okay. So we can take a look at our construction queues right now. We're building the wheat farm, the munitions plant, then we've got the 2 government administrators. Installations going to be built. That is all very good. Tools are still expensive. Oh, tools are now fine. Tools are now fine. Iron is still expensive. Let's see. The irons are still increasing. They're still on the rise. Let's see. Its cash reserves is on the rise. It's doing well. It's the 14 fire mines in the world. That's right. Pumps, we can't increase that in any way at all. We don't have nitroglycerin or dynamite to increase it that way. We do not have steam donkeys and stuff, and we could change to rail transportation, which labourers would cost us. We'd have less labourers, but give us more transportation. That's it, maxed out as class reserve, so its production's not going to go up. Is privately owned. Let's increase our iron mines by another one then. At some point we may start getting a lead mine. Because I'm pretty sure lead will be useful. And I know it's definitely got a type of glass. Right, our food industries here are going down. They're losing money. Why are they losing money? Jars. Could increase the canneries. That will require more goods though. Automated bakery. All these production methods, and we could subsidize it to make it have more money. It's because grain and sugar are then turned into liquor and groceries. So we probably want to decrease the price of grain. And that should help these guys, because if grain's cheaper, which we just built that grain here, so hopefully this will start making more money. Average food industries. So as grain gets cheaper, production, we can see we're getting 189 from wheat farms, 188 from subsistence farms. The pop's consumption is 549. So this is a problem. We need more wheat. So let's say increase another wheat farm there, which is good because we need more wheat. We need to produce more wheat. And you know, let's build a wheat farm there too. Pop growth, we've got good pop growth. But I do believe this part has been way longer than I intended. I've been quite excited. I wanted to make it a wee bit longer than a normal part, and we nearly made it a double part. So yes, I hope you have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I lost track of time. I wanted to make it about 40 minutes. I've made it about an hour. So yes, our Belgium industry and all stuff is on the go. Next time I think we'll speed things up faster. We'll try and get more construction done. We've got plenty of money in the bank. It was, how long does our peace last? You know what, we'll work all that out next time. I will see. Hope you've all enjoyed this. I shall see you all next time. Bye. Bye.